Burnt Out Mummas, and happy Friday!
Hello!
Right, we hope you've had a lovely week. So today we are going to be talking about your purpose, which is quite a mad one, isn't it, really?
It is. I think everybody has a purpose.
Yeah, and we actually were talking about this. We went to the cab on Monday, didn't we? We went to the cab for
our brainstorming session.
And we was like, we always order an omelette every Monday, don't we? After Omelette Mondays. And we was like talking about something, and then it went on to the conversation of purpose, and I was like, we should definitely talk about this in the podcast because it's something that we don't discover till I think a bit later on in our journeys.
Yes.
Although in a way I think everybody has a different time length, don't they? But
yeah.
I actually didn't know what I wanted to do quite young.
Yeah.
I wanted to dance, didn't I?
You did know your purpose.
So I knew that, but then also my purpose has changed over the years.
Yeah. I think due to your personal experiences it can change.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously I used to do dance when I was younger. My mum, me and Paisley both went to like Saturday schools and did our like extracurricular dance and stuff, didn't we? And I just had this fire inside me when I was like, and then I gave it up for a year when I was like 11.
Did you give it up?
Yeah, when I started secondary school,
I
was going through this stage of like, like teenage stage, don't want to do anything. And I did actually give it up for a year. But then I had this fire within me and I said, Mum, please, can we just look for another school? Because I just think the dance school I was at wasn't fulfilling what I needed. And then when I went to the dance school and there was street dance there, and it was all a new thing then. Oh my God, I can't even tell you how much I just fell in love with like dance again. And I felt like that was my thing.
Your calling.
And obviously when I was like 13, I was like, Mum, I really, really want to go to British school. And Mum was really hard on me. She was like, if you want to go, you have to do the application. Yeah. I'm not doing it.
She wanted to know that you really wanted to do it.
Yeah, and I think she was like, I'm not doing this again where we're going to just be like, do something and then you're not going to follow it through.
Yeah.
But I think that was the test for me. And I did all the application. I got the audition.
She wanted to know if you had a passion for it and it was your drive.
And it was. And obviously I got in and stuff through the audition process. But yeah, and then obviously went from there. I really, really loved dancing. It was like my life back then. And I wasn't great, whereas you were.
No.
Mum knew I wasn't. No, at like schoolwork and stuff. I was terrible. But you were the brains and I was just more the creative.
I was always pushed in that direction. However, looking back, I've got the biggest regrets about... I obviously went through to like gold and jazz and everything, but they didn't have street dance when I was younger. But I would have liked to have done teaching, but it wasn't an option when I was younger. It was like you're either going to perform in the West End or... And I was really shy, actually. I was quite introverted and I really struggled not performing because that came, as I got older, the confidence grew. But it was like if I could never sing. I never had that natural talent or purpose to sing.
I was never a good singer.
So it was like, well, you can't go and perform because you can't sing. But even though I was really good at acting, I loved my dancing. I wanted to be a commercial backing dancer.
Did you? That was my dream when I was
It was my dream,
well.
But it was... It was very different. We didn't have social media then, so I was pushed in the academics because Mum was like, it's such an unstable business because Mum did it, didn't she?
So Mum was in the performing arts industry, so she knew, and I think that's why she wanted to test me as well because she was like, if you want it, you've got to go and get it.
I think how the world's gone now, whatever industry you work in can be an unstable business.
Yeah.
And I think if you're good at something and you enjoy it, you can make that now your career.
Oh, 100%. Weirdly, I saw something on, what was it, on ITV the other day. It was on the news. It must have been something I was scrolling. A young boy was cleaning his nan's grave and has made a whole business out of it.
I've seen that.
I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, grave cleaning.
Do you know what? He just probably enjoys cleaning it, and then from there it's like grown. But I just think like anything that you enjoy in life, you can make a career from, can't you?
Do you remember Dad's though when we were growing up, and he was like, "No, you're not going to make money doing that." And
yeah. Oh my gosh.
my family were like, "Why don't you go into antiques?" I was like, "I don't want to do antiques. Just
Antiques.
random." Yeah, there's money in antiques. It's all about where the money was.
Where the money, I know.
I didn't want to do any of it.
I know, and Dad really hated me performing as well.
He did. You're not going to make money doing a dance school.
Yeah. He just said like, well, no, he wanted me to do the dance school.
Oh, he did.
He was like, he wants me to have a stable career. Whereas actually in the performing industry, it's very like you'll get a job one week and not a job the other week.
Yeah.
And actually the breaking point for me, I was performing in the industry, but the breaking point for me is I had to pay for a mortgage and I wanted to move out. So I had to have something stable, like the dance school. So yeah, that was my thing. But yeah, I do think my purpose has changed in life.
Mine definitely has. And as we've gone through experiences and different traumas, I now know what our purpose is.
Yeah, and I think
come together.
I think you think you know when you're younger, like that is my purpose. Yeah. That's what I'm meant to do.
I didn't.
But as you get old, I know. I don't think many teenagers do now.
Who knows what they want to do? Like you've got no life experience. I went travelling. I was like, I don't know. I want to go off travelling. Well, actually, I didn't want to go travelling. My friends wanted to go, and I was so fearful because I'd never even left home. And Mum was having a breakdown. Oh my God, you're going to go travelling. You might never come back. But I just did it. But all I knew was I wanted to run a business. But actually, what I did in my A-levels were not even geared towards running a business. They were just random stuff. Apart from media studies, I really wanted to actually go and work for television companies. Because we were always in the television industry, weren't we?
I wasn't. Mum stopped taking me. She said I used to scream the sets down. She took you. You was on like EastEnders, everything, wasn't you?
Loads. And I just loved. It was so you turn up at 4 a.m. and they'd have all the food stuff. And I remember it so well. You used to get dressed up. It wasn't work. It was so much fun.
I bet it was. For your age, I bet it was.
Filming, but. I mean, it's very different now, but that was a career as well, to be an extra.
Yeah.
It was a problem, whereas now anyone can do it. You don't need your equity cards or anything. So
it was so different in Mum's day, wasn't
I remember the BBC now to this day going in there and I was like, I really want to work here when I'm older. But when I went to school, it was like, what are you going to do for the BBC? It was just the career advice was shocking.
Yeah. I think, back then it is. You're not geared up for... I mean, look, I went to like a vocational school, like a performing arts school, a very well-known one, but they didn't even gear us up for the industry.
I know. It's just like, a course to do a course to get paid for.
Yeah, I learned my way. They didn't even gear you up to own a dance school, anything. I had to teach myself that, and obviously on the way I made loads of errors when I first started, but that is the best way to learn, isn't it? Getting yourself out there, making the mistakes and just making it work.
I didn't even want to go uni. I just wanted to get a job, but because everybody in my school was going to uni, it was the thing.
Yeah,
it was really pushed on us.
And
obviously Mum couldn't afford to go at the time, but because everybody was staying out at unis as well.
Yeah.
So I did a London one, but I'd commute every day, so it was like college, really.
Yeah, you went to London Fashion School. That was like amazing.
Yeah, it was actually really. I really, really did enjoy it. But actually, I didn't want to go into fashion. I wanted to create my own business. But I used the course that I did, which was marketing. Well, I've used those skills as we've gone along. I just didn't want to work for 11 grand a year. Just didn't. I wanted to run my own thing. So here we are, 25 years later.
That's all right.
Hopefully we can put all those skills into place. But I do think you do go a roundabout way. But your purpose in life, I strongly now know that what our purpose is and giving it back. And obviously being a mum, that was a massive purpose in life for me.
Yeah. I mean, even that in itself just changes you as a person.
Completely. I'm not the same person I was in my 20s.
We were selfish back then. There's no time for selfishness now.
Definitely not.
Like, you just are at that age. When you've got responsibilities, your whole life changes, doesn't it?
It does, and you become more sensible. I think you can't just be free as much to just go, right, I'm going to go disappear on weekend away because I've had enough. I want to get out in the sun. You know, it's harder when you've got 2 children that are in school. You can't take them out of school, so
yeah,
you do think differently. And also, I think your number one purpose is making sure that they're okay.
Yeah.
And then your drive for business comes after that as well, because you want to provide for a family. But yeah, I still don't think I'm like the ideology? What's the word? Idealistic idea of a mum. We've spoken about it in past podcasts, and I still want to run that empire. I can't help it. It's inside me.
But it's inside you. You've got to overcome that and actually do it.
We're going to pass that, our purpose, what we're going to do with Burnt Out Mummas, hopefully onto everybody else. Hopefully, end of this year, next year.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
You'll see our purpose.
Definitely. And the whole purpose why we set this up. And I do think in life, when you've got like, look, the purpose is questionable. No one is born on this earth and knows what their purpose is, but everyone is born on this earth with a talent. And it could even be like you've got a talent for caring for people. I know people, like friends, who are so caring.
Amazing, yeah.
And I'm like, wow. And, you know, that caring is just putting that into, like, say you want a career in something and you're really good at that. That is your purpose, and you're good at it. It's natural, like caring for someone. You could be a carer, caring for children. And also, like, when I was younger, I loved children. I used to babysit, like, all the children. I love children. Like,
and you love performing.
Yeah,
and performing. You loved it.
Yeah. And those are the two things I just loved. I love being around children, actually. Like, Layla, my... cousin's little girl is little. She's like me as well, because I see her. She loves performing and she loves children. And actually, when I was 16, I had my cards read, and a guy said, "You're going to be working with children." And I was like, "Oh no!" When someone tells you that and you're 16, and you're like, "Oh no, I'm not, am I?" But do you know what? I just fell into it. And I thought, you know what? I enjoy it. I enjoy giving. Like giving my knowledge now, performing knowledge to children and seeing them grow, and it is a really nice thing. And I feel like in a way that has been my purpose, is, you know, helping children. And I mean, we've helped a lot of children at Mummas, haven't we? We've helped children who were going through cancer treatment to be able to dance, you know, children with special needs. We've got in touch with charities, and I feel like I quite feel fulfilled in that, because I know that was my purpose. But I still have other stuff that I love to do, and I do feel like I have got another purpose
as you've grown older.
As I've grown older, my purpose,
Reiki and things.
Yeah, I mean, that's the dance school is just running, and I love teaching the children. I love having all the children around me. But I do feel as well, I've been on a spiritual journey, finding out my purpose through that as well.
And definitely after I think you have children, you really do. It's not that being a mum is not enough. It's from who you were before, and then you have your children, and it's working out again who you are, what's your purpose after children.
Yeah, yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Because I think in that time, you're in a bubble. You do lose yourself, don't you?
Yeah, embrace all of yourself. The baby memories.
And at that time, you lose yourself, and you're like, oh, I can't wait to get out of this stage. But you know what? I was even just speaking to my neighbour this morning. I was like, why do we wish to get out of that stage? Because it goes so fast.
So fast. I mean, I can't bear to look at any of the baby booty. I've kept a few things because I'm like, that time will never come back again. And I remember so many people said when things get hard, they go, it goes so quick.
Yeah.
You know, don't wish it away. You know, when you're on a bad day and you're like,
where you don't have any sleep.
No sleep.
Oh, gosh.
But I think I've come out of the other side. So
you don't have to be any age to know your purpose. Do you? Like, you don't have to be any age. It's like you can find out. Why are you smiling like that? She's like, got this cheeky grin at me.
But anyway,
I know what that fault is. So let's just be. But anyway, but yeah. So, but it's. I think you don't have to be any age in life to find out your purpose. Like, I think you could be in your 70s and find out what your purpose is. I think our mum, like, is still finding her purpose now. Don't you think?
Definitely.
My mum was very, very caring.
Her purpose was bringing up a family.
Bringing up a family. Yeah, and she was really, really caring. But it did consume her life quite a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Even now, I think if she's on her own for the day, she's lost.
She's lost, yeah. So I think she is finding out her purpose now.
And trying new things.
Yeah, that's not, we're not bringing our mum down in any way. We love our mums like 1,000 pieces and back.
Yeah, but I think that was the era as well. Everybody's sole purpose as a woman. The man went to work, provided, and the woman's role was to bring up the family. So that was her sole purpose.
Yeah.
And they did it so well.
And mum got divorced really, really later on in life, in her 60s, like late 60s, didn't she?
Yeah.
So I think her purpose was the family and cooking the dinners for like dad and the family.
I think that will always be her number one purpose.
Yeah.
I think my children love her more than me. Some the other day saying, "Is that my second mummy?"
It probably is. Because even Nan for me, like my Nan, obviously we lost Nan, but she was like my second mum.
Yeah, we were always
like,
there at weekends.
I used to cuddle her in bed all night. She taught me so much that I've never ever forgotten later on in life.
No.
She taught me
Second
as well
family.
about, and I was talking about someone to this the other day as well, because actually we were watching O.J. Simpson on Netflix, and it was just terrible. Like, I don't know if anybody's seen it. It's the 4-part series, but oh my god, have you seen it yet though?
No, I did see it years ago, but I need to see another. Is it a recent
one? The new one on Netflix. Oh my god,
I just watched the P. Diddy one.
It's really good, but you come away from it and you just think so much. Like, obviously people will have opinions, but it was very blatant what happened when you watch that Netflix series.
Yeah, 100%.
But what we were talking about, sorry, just to go back on what Nan taught us, the whole thing of that was jealousy. And jealousy, my Nan always taught us, jealousy is the root of all evil. So don't even let jealousy come into your career path or purpose or anything like that, because it will ruin your life. I think it can come into relationships.
And relationships, I think sometimes your partner, I'm not talking about me specifically, but I've seen it a lot in a lot of people, when somebody starts to grow, they get a little bit nervous that person's going to grow and leave them. But if that guy was to allow that person to grow and grow with that person, then the relationship would flourish. And I think that's...
You either grow together or grow apart.
Yeah.
That's the saying, isn't it?
Yeah. And I just think life is a little bit different now. I think a lot of, like we said this before, but, you know, two couples do have to work to... unless you're earning mega bucks, to provide for the family. And also there's so much opportunity out there that if you want to find your purpose, you can try different things. I mean, social media wasn't even a thing when I was younger. I would have gone into social media marketing.
Yeah.
And there's so much.
Yeah,
there. You can create your own brands.
Oh my gosh, you can do anything. You could
your
sell
oyster.
pictures of your toes, can't you? I mean, if that's your sole purpose, why not?
If you see our toes on OnlyFans, you know we're struggling to keep the podcast.
Mine won't be on there because mine are like fucked up from dancing, but yours maybe. But yeah, there's another thing as well that we just obviously want to add in is the fear and doubt of yourself.
Yeah.
That really can hold back your purpose, can't it? It's one of them things, and this is when I think of that saying, use the 5-second rule, because that 5-second rule is going to help you get over that fear and doubt. So if I think really when it is your purpose and you're meant to be doing something, stuff starts flowing, doesn't it? We talk about this madly, don't we?
Yeah.
Because stuff starts flowing into your life, and then a year down the line you'll look back and you think, how did we get to that point? Even like something simple from us doing this podcast.
Oh my God,
we had
so many
no
things.
clue.
Yeah.
And it's led to so many things with what we're doing, working together, without us even having that thought of that initial thing that we're planning to do.
Yeah, I know.
But this has like rolled us onto it.
And the business progresses sometimes in ways you don't think it's going to go, and you roll with it.
And you just have to go with it. And I do feel like, you know, sometimes if it isn't your purpose, you will have blocks in the way, basically.
Yeah.
You will. And it's okay to have blocks, because that's where you learn from things messing up in a way.
Yeah.
but it's whether you have that fight to get through it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And learn from it. I think life is just a learning game. So, I mean, like I say, look, when I first started the business, like, I made loads of mess ups.
Yeah.
Do you know
And
what I
your
mean? But
purpose
you
can
learn
change
from it.
throughout life as well. I think if you don't know what your purpose is, if you get a piece of paper, I do it like a spider diagram, write down all your interests, all the things that you love doing. And then from there, you can work out what really floats your boat.
Yeah.
And that'll be your purpose.
And yeah, put 5 things that you're really good at and have your top number 1. And it doesn't even mean if it, you know what, if you're a great mum, put that on there. Like, I love being a mum.
Yeah.
Like,
I love cooking.
I love cooking.
Things.
I love talking to people about their emotions. Because that's another thing that will
Healing. Love to heal.
I love to heal. Like,
I want to make people feel better.
Yeah. That is how you would find your
make
soul
people,
purpose.
Here's a good one. Feel less burnt out.
Burnt out. Burnt out mummas. But yeah, no, like, actually, a lot of people have said, "Oh, you're burnt out mummas." Like, but we're all burnt out. I mean, we know we're burnt out mummas, but our like.
It's just a word. We want to empower and uplift people.
That is what we are here for, to empower and uplift women, because, you know, we're all on this journey together.
Raise the frequencies.
Raise them frequencies and let's get going. But I think, it's that fear and doubt that's going to stop you from doing anything in life. And I think if you can eliminate that, and it's okay to have the fear, because if you don't have fear, we're not human. It's that fight or flight, isn't it?
Yeah.
But sometimes you do have to, in that 5 seconds, overcome it. Definitely. And just think, I can do this. I can do this.
If there's any courses you want to do or you're getting drawn to, that could potentially be your purpose as well. So if you want to learn something new, go and do it. Go and try it. If you don't like it afterwards, then at least you tried it. Or if there's a yoga day you want to do, if you want to learn about caring for someone. I mean, there's so many courses. HR management course, leadership course, whatever you're being drawn to.
Could just be a day of healing.
And do it.
Yeah.
Book it and do it.
And I think everything will slowly, like, when you're trying to find what your purpose is, everything will slowly align with what you're doing.
Yeah, it does. And it does happen quite quick, I think, when it's meant to be really aligned.
Yeah, 100%. So I think it's just, and like I said, there's no timeline to find out your purpose. You could be,
just enjoy the journey.
Yeah, you could be like 90 and then you just clock what your purpose was in life. Do you know what I mean? You don't always know.
Your partner.
Yeah. You just, no one knows until you look back and you kind of have to piece everything together like a puzzle.
Yeah.
And I think things will come into your life for a reason and not. And you have to hold on to them things that have really impacted your life.
Yeah.
To maybe know what the key of that purpose is. And you can have a pause and then come back to it.
Yeah. And even some of the experiences that you've been through, bad relationships, or you think, why have I been through that? Why, rather than being the victim.
Yeah, 100%.
Why is this always happening to me?
This is a victim in anything in life.
Anything.
If you become a victim, you're just going to put blocks in all of your... anything you do.
Yeah. You can turn that around and say, right, that's happened to me, but I don't want it to happen to other people, so I can maybe help other people, set up a charity, or use that trauma for a positive experience, or maybe give back. That's why a lot of like entrepreneurs that have made a lot of money as well, they give back a lot of money, they help charities, because it makes you feel good as well.
And actually so many stories where I've heard people, millionaires, billionaires, they've lost everything before they've actually built it up. They've lost everything.
Taking
like
risks.
They've literally lost everything, and then they've built it back up.
I can't even
what
say
is
it.
that? I've never even heard of that word.
It begins with a P. Philanthropy. Philanthropy.
This is when she has the
philanthropy.
And I
don't. It means giving. I'm sure it's giving back, because once they've made their millions, they need another purpose in life, and their purpose is, that's why they set up the charities, or they go abroad and set up schools, because they want to give back and have that purpose of life again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's no
so
bigger
true.
frequency than giving to someone.
Yeah, 100%. Give and you will get back.
Yeah, don't do it to get back, but
yeah, don't have that mindset of doing that. But I always have that in my. I always have that in my head.
You're always giving to me.
Yeah, I don't know. You're always giving to me as well. But yeah, like I think in life, that's what makes me feel fulfilled. If I can give something, like even to a child for dancing, whatever. Maybe
or cooking for other people, an act of love. I mean, you're not going to get that from me.
No, you're not going to get that from me.
My acts of love are very different.
We're probably like the worst cooks sitting here that you would ever speak to.
I can actually cook though.
Cooking is not our purpose.
But I need a whole day to do it.
We've been on cooking courses, Paisley. I went on a cooking course in Thailand. I went on a cooking course in India.
I've done some.
I just don't have the drive for it. I'll make banana
Bali.
bread.
I did a cooking course in Bali. Was saying the most. Oh yeah. But it's not that. It's every day. I just don't have the time, or I just need to fresh it up because I'm trying to build a business. But if I've got a whole day to enjoy cooking, I love it.
Oh, yeah, I would as
whole
well.
Day to enjoy cleaning, I love it.
The worst thing is when you cook with all them pans, you've got to bloody clean them all up after.
Yeah, see, my partner's very, very good at cooking, and like even last night, he said, "Are you hungry?" I said, "No, I've eaten out. I'm okay." And then he made him something, and I said, "You're actually giving me food envy because everything you cook just looks amazing." Like obviously you have restaurants. Cook? It was just nothing in particular. He just did 2 rolls but filled it with chicken fillets and did a salad with it. But it's the way he does it. Like I slapdash and I was like, "Oh, can I have a bite?"
Was he like, "No"?
He did, he gave me half. But then he leaves all the dishes. So when I wake up in the morning, so we did this thing the other day, there's this little TikTok thing, and I was like, I love it when, but. And he was like, and I was like, "I love it when you cook, but I hate it when you leave the stuff on the side for me to clear up." And he said, "I love it when you put lemon in your water, but don't keep leaving it in the sink."
Oh my God, it's so funny.
It was like, I was going to actually film it for a viral TikTok, but I couldn't be bothered, so that was that. But yeah, you got to, he is naturally talented at cooking and...
Yeah. Well, even Salvis, to be honest, he is good at cooking. He is.
No, I have to have a recipe. I can't.
And
just
he
think
loves
it. In my head.
He loves cooking. Yeah, but
It's good,
like because we're not. It's weird actually.
Well, we got for lunch having soup.
I know
mushroom
we're having
soup.
mushroom soup. Basically, every Friday now she brings like a little pot of soup over, so we have a mushroom soup.
Soup Fridays.
But yeah, no, I feel like I'm still on a journey to find enough. I mean, I know what my purpose has been in life and I'm still in that, but I'm on another journey to find out my purpose again. And I feel like I am definitely going on a spiritual journey at the moment.
You're definitely going for... I feel like I've been through more in my 40s, because it's 8 years between us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Than anything else. Like, even lately, I was like, I've always wanted to learn to DJ, and I did it when I was younger, but I was like, I want to take this up as a hobby again, because now my children are getting older, I'm naturally starting to be drawn towards things. I didn't want to do a thing but bring them up when they were younger, because I'm not going to lie, the energy to bring up children is something else.
Yeah, you could say that again.
Now they're obviously getting ready to go to school. Sadie's getting ready to go to school. There's going to be big chunks of my life where, obviously we're building this business and growing it, and we've got our own business, but... yeah, I'm like starting to get these ideas coming and going, "Oh, I want to try that. I want to try that."
Yeah.
It's
and
weird,
it's finding yourself again.
Finding yourself again. Even about what I wear after children.
Yeah.
Because I remember myself as this young, funky, stylish 20-year-old working in London. I thought it was the bee's knees. To now I've had children. My body shape's changed. I don't just want to wear joggers every day. Like, what do you wear? Even when we go out, what do you wear?
I know. And I just tend to wear black sometimes because I'm like, just wear black, it's easier.
Right,
but I don't
said to you, I want to
wear black all the time.
Trilbies went out in the 80s. I said, no, I think they're back in. I think I have to do a trilby on this podcast.
So funny.
My roots need doing.
Oh, it's so funny. When she said a trilby, I was like, no, I don't think I have a trilby, Paisley. I was like, that's from the 80s.
I'm going to dig one out. I've got one somewhere.
You're going to have to find one. Wear it on the next podcast. See me on a trilby
in the next...
You can wear that one on the next
my
podcast.
accessories, I used to wear loads of jewellery, earrings, trilbies,
but
scarves.
Even like jewellery, I don't don't think it's in as much anymore. It
I
used
don't
to
wear a
be
thing.
like big
Yeah.
earrings
Oh,
or
yeah.
big butcher earrings. Oh my God, I remember going out in like not big hoops, but like,
You
you know,
were
like,
a big hoop wearer.
oh, I loved
You were a
jewellery
big
when
one.
I was younger. Yeah, I was a bit of a chav when I was younger, but anyway, we won't go there. Oh my God, the fashion of a chav was like awful. But yeah, I mean, I love to be comfy now. I don't know what it is. I just love to be
Comfy.
comfy.
But obviously we have to dress up
That's
for the
our
pod a bit.
purpose as well, being comfy.
That is a purpose.
Being comfy. And also, like, we had this chat with these other people about like wearing heels after COVID, and it was the ladies from Fussbot. She was like,
yeah.
none of our heels are selling
Not
like
one of our heels.
after COVID, and she was like, everybody just wears flats now.
That's so true.
No one will wear them after COVID, and I was like, oh, thank God for that. The only thing is, I'm really short, so if I go out, I like to wear
I do wear heels, or if I could get away with some boots, knee-high
boots. I like them. But yeah, my feet ache the next day. Do you?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Oh,
Even I
God.
took wedges on holiday, and we end up going out in our
We've gone from our key purpose to like our feet hurting.
heels.
Oh my God! Right. Know what your key purpose
think my
is,
purpose
but
is to keep
you don't have to
travelling.
wear heels. I know. You go travelling. We'll get rid of our heels.
Sort of in the sun on a
Oh,
beach. I'm going to end up in
don't.
Malibu.
There we go. Well, that might be your key purpose next year, Paisley. We'll see you there.
We'll
See you
We
there
will see.
on our Burnt Out Mumma's journey. All right then, guys, have a lovely Friday. Remember them things. Write down your 5 things that you enjoy. Break it down, and I think that is the best way
Find
of
some
knowing
books.
what your key
I'm
purpose
sure that
are.
book is it. What colour is your parachute?
Yes.
I've not read it, but I'm sure
what
it's
colour
geared
is your
towards your career.
parachute? Yeah, and the 5-second rule. It's an amazing book, and it is eliminating that fear and doubt. So when you've got that fear and doubt about what your journey, then just eliminate it. Have that 5 seconds to make that decision.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, look. We are Burnt Out Mummas. You will find out what your purpose is. We're on the journey with you, and we hope you have a lovely weekend.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. If you're loving the show, don't forget to download our latest episodes. It helps us a ton by boosting the show and making sure more people find us.
Plus, you can listen anytime, anywhere, even offline.
And while you're at it, make sure to follow us on Spotify so you never miss a new drop.
Want even more behind the scenes content? Follow us on Instagram, YouTube and TikTok at Burnt Out Mummas, one word, for exclusive clips, updates and fun extras.
Hit that follow button, send us a message, and let's keep the Burnt Out Mummas community going.